In this episode, we take a look at the four major cities of northeast Kansas. Starting from the west, we will see Manhattan in the Flint Hills, Topeka, Lawrence, and Kansas City. Instead of listening to road sounds or music, I enlisted the aid of some students. They conducted some research and read their findings about each place. Their words aren't necessarily matched to the views you see on the screen. And the views are not strictly limited to official city boundaries, especially in Topeka and Kansas City. I hope you enjoy the show.
Hi there, I'm Katie and I'm here today with Mika.
Hello. Today we'll be talking about the history, present achievements, and interesting fun places to visit in Manhattan.
First, let's talk about the history of this great town.
Sounds good. Let's get started.
Manhattan is located in the northeastern part of Kansas. 8 miles west of the city is Fort Riley, an army post.
Did you know that Manhattan's nickname is the Little Apple?
Oh, well we do now.
Yeah. Manhattan's nickname is best known for being home of Kansas State University.
That is very interesting. Now let's get into some more of this town's history.
Manhattan was land to the Kaw people, also known as the Kansa, a Native American tribe.
Early settlers found themselves in conflict with the Native Americans over land.
The city received an early boost when gold was discovered in the Rocky Mountains.
Manhattan became the center of education around the county after this time.
Manhattan is largely defined by K-State University, home of the Wildcats.
It sounds like we're getting into present achievements in Manhattan.
Yeah, it does. Let's get into that.
Okay, Manhattan's economy is heavily based on public entities.
Manhattan is quite a wealthy town today because of its academic society.
What else is offered in this fantastic town?
The Marina Chrysler Beach Museum of Art has an in-depth look at Kansas art and brings art and artists from around the world to Manhattan, Kansas to see the fascinating features of this amazing place.
The museum's art estimates over 7,000 art pieces and still continues to grow a fantastic, unique art collection of Kansas.
Well, downtown is a place for shopping, entertainment, and after all that, you can catch a bite at any of the local tasty restaurants.
Oh, and in the eastern proportions of Manhattan is the Town Center Mall.
Town Center Mall was built in the late 1920s. Its location is on the east edge of downtown Manhattan.
Manhattan has many other interesting things, like art galleries, fine dining options, and major daytime activities.
Or you can catch the excitement at a K-State football game or a K-State basketball game at K-State University.
Wow, sounds like a phenomenal time. This town is unique in many ways, and it always has some exciting things happening. Everyone that is listening should come down to Manhattan and check out this place.
I think I hear a K-State football game going on right now. I might go check what all the commotion is about.
Okay, see you later. Bye!
Good morning and welcome. Today on our show, we will be exploring the history and the development of the city of Topeka, Kansas, as well as the main tourist attractions available in the city.
Topeka, Kansas traces its history all the way back to the 1840s, when settlers were moving west on the Oregon Trail. A ferry service was started to transport settlers across the Kansas River at what is now Topeka.
In the 1850s, 9 men created the Topeka Town Association to accommodate the bustling trade going on between Fort Leavenworth and Fort Riley, as well as the steamboats that frequently made their way through the Topeka landing carrying food and supplies.
In 1861, during the height of the Civil War, Kansas was admitted to the Union as a free state, following bitter division between its citizens. Topeka was chosen as the state's capital, with Dr. Charles Robinson serving as its first governor. Construction of the state capitol began in 1866 and would take 37 years to complete.
After the end of the Civil War, Topeka experienced a period of moderate growth, including the arrival of many former slaves, known as exodusters, who settled in a part of town referred to as Tennessee Town.
Lincoln College, today known as Washburn University, was established in 1865 by a charter issued by the state of Kansas.
Topeka continued to grow throughout the following years, and in the 1950s famously became the site of the landmark Supreme Court case, Brown versus the Board of Education, which ended racial segregation in schools.
On June 8, 1966, Topeka was struck by a Category F5 tornado. which caused $100 million in damage, making it one of the most costly tornadoes in American history. Topeka recovered from the tornado and has since experienced steady economic growth.
1988 saw the opening of Westridge Mall, which remains today the most popular shopping center in the city. A year later, Heartland Park Topeka, a major motorsports racetrack, was opened.
The Topeka Performing Arts Center was built in 1991 to add art and culture to the city. These are still some of the most important attractions in the city today.
Some more popular tourist attractions in the city are the Capitol Building, Brown v. Board Historical Site, the Kansas History Museum, and Great Overland Station, which is considered the finest representation of railroad architecture in the state.
On March 1, 2010, Topeka's mayor, Bill Bunton, issued a proclamation to change the city's name to Google, Kansas for the month of March, in an attempt to bring Google's high-speed internet experiment to the city.
While the attempt failed, it gained the city national recognition for its efforts.
The city of Topeka, Kansas has a rich history and continues to be a leading city in Kansas. Around 127,000 proud residents call Topeka their home today.
Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Thanks for listening. Have a great day.
Hello, listeners. Today we'll be exploring the fantastical Lawrence, Kansas, home of Sam and Dean Winchester, everybody's favorite demon hunters.
Indeed, Lawrence is the hometown of the Winchester brothers from the CW's hit television show, Supernatural. The story of two brothers and their angel who win the genetic lottery but lose everything else in their constant battles against the creatures of both heaven and hell.
Yes, but unfortunately we're not here to fangirl over the perfect Winchesters and their pet angel. This is Madeline, accompanied by the lovely Olivia. Welcome to Lawrence.
Lawrence was founded in 1854 and holds a county seat for Douglas County, Kansas. The city motto is, "From Ashes to Immortality," which is a reference to Quantrill's raid on Lawrence during the Civil War when the city was burned to the ground.
Lawrence is split east to west by Massachusetts Street. Commonly called Mass by locals, Massachusetts Street provides a diverse shopping experience and the Granada Theater, which hosts a wide variety of concerts each month with bands like Parachute, Camelot, and Blood on the Dance Floor.
Located on the corner of 7th and Mass is the historical Eldridge Hotel, which has been burned to the ground several times, but continues to be rebuilt and restored, still possessing its original cornerstone.
Local legend rumors that the building is haunted, mainly the 5th floor, but especially room 506, which may or may not be a portal to the spirit world. There's said to be a mischievous spirit living in the elevator that tends to open and close the elevator doors on the 5th floor. Pretty cool, right?
Lawrence is the 6th largest city in Kansas and was said to be the most vital music scene between Chicago and Denver by the New York Times in February of 2005. It's home to the Wakarusa Music and Camping Festival, which is held annually in early June right outside the city in Clinton State Park.
Lawrence is definitely a college town. It features Haskell Indian Nations University, but is more famously home to Kansas University, Rock Chalk Jayhawk, and now, the weather.
Lawrence lies on the transition line from a humid continental to a humid subtropical climate zone. And, since we're talking about Kansas here, it is subject to all types of precipitation and weather conditions.
Fun fact, Brian McClendon, a KU alumnus and director of engineering for Google Earth, set Lawrence as the default starting point for the 2005 version of the program.
That's pretty fun.
So fun? Anyway, that's all we've got for you listeners.
Enjoy your exploration of Lawrence.
Kansas City, Kansas is a very interesting town with many aspects that we will be discussing today. For starters, Kansas City is the 3rd largest city in the state of Kansas. Some people abbreviate the city's name as KC, or, if you want to be more specific, KCK. It is in Wyandotte County. Kansas City, Kansas has a consolidated city government, also known as a unified government.
The population of Kansas City is 145,786. The total area of KCK is 128.83 square miles. 124.81 of those miles are land. The rest, 3.57 miles, are water. Kansas City, Kansas is organized into a system of neighborhoods. Kansas City was formed in 1868 and incorporated in on October of 1872. The first mayor was James Boyle. The mayor today is Mark Holland. The police department was founded in 1898. By 1918, it was taking photographs and fingerprints of all the felons they had arrested. Then the fire department was formed on December 25, 1883.
The major highways running through Kansas City, Kansas are Interstate 35 and Interstate 70. When traveling Interstate 35, it runs north from Des Moines, Iowa to Wichita in southern Kansas. When traveling Interstate 70, it runs east from St. Louis, Missouri to Denver, Colorado, and Topeka, Kansas in the west.
The climate of Kansas City changes throughout the year. It is warm in the summer and cold in the winters. The average high is 65 degrees Fahrenheit, and the average low is 46 degrees Fahrenheit. The average precipitation of rain is 3 inches per year. Kansas City is situated in Tornado Alley, which is a broad region where cold air from the Rocky Mountains and Canada collides with warm air from the Gulf of Mexico, leading to the formation of powerful storms. The most recent tornado was in May of 2003.
If you're planning on visiting Kansas City anytime soon, there are many tourist attractions you can visit. Kansas City is where everyone goes to in the cities surrounding Kansas because it's a big tourist city. There is the Legends Outdoor Mall for shopping, the Kansas Speedway, where you can go watch NASCAR races, Schlitterbahn, which is a new water park added to Kansas City. You can go to Sporting Park, where you can watch soccer matches, and lastly, you can go to Cabela's, which is an outdoor sporting and hunting store in Kansas City. These are fun things you can do with your family that they will enjoy.
There are also great colleges to attend in Kansas City, Kansas. First, there is Donley College. It is a Catholic co-educational college and offers bachelor's and associate degrees and was established in 1949. It also offers various healthcare certifications. Next is Kansas City, Kansas Community College. It is a public 2-year community college and was established in 1923. We hope you enjoyed learning all these interesting facts about Kansas City, Kansas, and one day you will go and visit and see it for yourself.